The clock that never moved. In a small town stood an old clock tower. The clock was tall, dusty, and quiet. People passed it every day, but no one ever looked up anymore because the clock had stopped years ago. Children called it the useless clock. Shopkeepers said, "It's broken." Tourists ignored it completely. Only one person still visited the clock tower, a little boy named Aarav. Every evening, Aarav sat on the steps below the tower doing his homework or reading a book. One day, curiosity got him better of him. "Why don't you work anymore?" he asked the clock softly. Of course, the clock didn't answer. But Arav noticed something strange. Even though the hands never moved, the clock never showed the wrong time. At exactly 6:30 every evening, the shadow of Ta fell on the same stone. At noon, birds gathered round it. At night, the moon lined up perfectly behind its face. Confused, Arif decided to ask the oldest person in town, Grandpa Mehta. Grandpa Mehta smiled when Arif mentioned the clock. "That clock," he said, "was built by a man who believed time wasn't about speed, but about purpose." "What does that mean?" Arif asked. Grandpa Mehta laid the clock was never meant to rush. It was meant to remind people to pause. Years ago, when life in the town became hurried and harsh, people stopped talking, stopped helping, and stopped listening. So the clock master stopped the clock. From that day on, the town slowly changed. People began meeting at the tower to rest. Children played there. Conversations returned. But now, Grandpa Mehta sighed. People are rushing again. That night, Arav couldn't sleep. The next evening, he brought a small sign and placed it at the foot of the tower. It read, "If you have time to hurry, you have time to pause." Something unexpected happened. People stopped. Someone read the sign. Another person sat down. A mother put her phone away and talked to her child. A tired man rested for a moment. The clock still didn't move, but the town did. Weeks passed, and the clock tower became alive again. Not with ticking, but with laughter, kindness, and quiet moments. One morning, Arav noticed something new. The clock hands had moved just once. They pointed to the present moment, and they stayed there because sometimes the most important time is now.